Well, good job, everybody. We won. They didn't really give me credits there, so I feel like there's some trick. Three months later. Huh? Oh yeah, we haven't seen our final rank yet. Stuff's happening. There's still more game. It's just like fucking last game. It's like you have the real final boss and then you have, you know, the last chunk. No, yeah, he's also just like, I'm gonna take over Crossbell now. If there is anything that would assure that I'm going to do Cold Steel 3 after this one, it was that 10-minute sequence that just locked it in, for sure.
Are they the Empire's new weapons? How can we compete with something so mobile? There's nothing to fear! They may be mobile, but they're a damn sight easier to handle than that purple devil of Crossbell. What the? Huh? Hello! Incoming at 3 o'clock! What the
Oh
hell?
boy!
Is that?
The Ashen Chevalier, the hero of the Imperial Army.
The area beyond here is Imperial territory. You have no business treading into Crossbell. That was a warning. Try to advance any farther, and I will show no mercy.
All units retreat! We're returning to the outskirts of Altair!
Wow! You're amazing! I knew you were the one who ended the Civil War, but seeing you up close, you're really something else!
Not at all. I'm still fairly inexperienced, if you ask me.
Where'd that go?
Recover the wounded and any POWs and return to Tangram Gate. Just remain vigilant until the speech is over.
Yes, sir!
Divertissement? What the fuck? I don't know what that word is, I'm gonna be honest. Ladies, we gotta Google the word. We gotta Google this word because KZ's tired and doesn't know what that is. Tissement. Oh, just diversion. I should have known!
It's now March 1205 of the Septian calendar. Over 2 months have passed since the Azure Tree vanished. So much happened during those months. President Croix was arrested, Crossbell's movement for independence was promptly declared invalid. And before anyone could process what was going on, Speaker McDowell became Mayor McDowell. The war in Erebonia came to an end sooner than anyone had anticipated, but it was quickly followed by the invasion of Crossbell. Corellia Fortress, which once served as the only physical link between the two nations, was no more. But that proved to be little more than a temporary setback for the Imperial Army, who acted by flying hundreds of tanks over the state from a vast airship. In no time at all, Crossbell was occupied. The Calvard Republic, which had been wrapped up in its own share of chaotic internal disputes, finally reacted to Erebonia's bold invasion in turn. They began with sending its cutting-edge armored airborne divisions into Crossbell, hoping to force the Empire out of the region completely. But every attempt they made resulted in failure, as they were repelled effortlessly by one soldat after another. And today, at Orcus Tower, the new seat of Crossbell's government, the new rulers of Crossbell rose to deliver a rousing speech.
Friends and citizens, it brings me great pleasure to stand here among you once again. But even in the midst of such gladness, the specter of the harm Crossbell has visited upon the Empire lingers still. The destruction of Corellia Fortress and the ensuing civil war it caused has taken a great toll in resources and in lives. The anger, sorrow, and dismay in the hearts of the Erebonian people is still fresh, still too near. But today is a joyous day, a day to put the troubles of the past behind us. Let us join hands and step boldly into the future, leaving our anger and grief behind. Challenges will rise before us, but together we shall meet them. Together, we can rise above the tumult of these troubled times. Men and women, old and young, rich and poor, those from every walk of life can share in these aspirations. Looking toward that goal, there is someone I'd like to introduce to you today. A brilliant young man who played a pivotal role in bringing Erebonia's civil war to its swift conclusion, and the individual most responsible for the historic accomplishment that sees me standing before you today. The first Governor General of Crossbell, Lord Rufus Alberea.
Greetings, friends. It truly lifts my spirits to be here among you. I'm honored to have been entrusted with the profound responsibility of acting as Crossbell's first Governor General. As I'm sure you're all aware, the division between the nobility and the common people is a long-standing part of Erebonian life. Personally, I stand in support of our class system, but I fully expect that one day it will fade away. After all, if each citizen of the Empire conducts themselves with the courage, dignity, and grace expected of a noble, then what difference would remain between myself and any of you? As I hope for that day, allow me to speak not only as your Governor General, but as an individual when I say, in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Eugent III, I hereby proclaim the annexation of Crossbell into the Erebonian Empire.
May the goddess above stand witness, and may she forever bless Erebonia and Crossbell with the light of prosperity.
We've got some real larger-than-life characters in charge of us now. Sure, the Imperial Chancellor's intimidating, but he's so charismatic that the people eat up his every word. They love the guy. I can see why he's the bee's knees over in Heimdall.
The new Governor General's something else too, albeit for different reasons. He's... how to put this? Difficult to hate. Like, he'd tell you to do something, and the next thing you know, you'd find yourself doing it just to see him crack a smile.
Well, Albaret is the name of one of the top noble houses in the Empire. Top 2, even. No surprise that the heir of such an affluent family would be popular, but it feels like there's more to him than that.
That's what gets me, though. Those two were on completely opposite sides during the war. So why are they both so buddy-buddy now? Very oddly sudden, in my opinion.
You're telling me. By the sounds of things, Erebonians can't make heads or tails of what's going on with it either.
Neither can I.
But you know how it is. There's so many rumors springing up thanks to the war, it's hard to tell truth from fiction.
Yeah, I've even heard about a 1,000-arch tall castle appearing in the capital. I mean, that's gotta be made up, right? There's no way something like that's real.
You've got a real short memory if you think that's bull. The Azure Tree wasn't that long ago, you know.
Point taken.
Yes, this is the office of the Crossbell Times.
Watch up.
What? Representative McDowell will be issuing a statement.
Huh, sounds like something big's happening behind the scenes already.
I'll get to gathering some info on what's happening for our international section. Calvard's probably got some good...
Works for me. Gotta use those connections of yours for something, after all.
Well, see you later.
Our independence came and went like bubbles on the water, and now we aren't even a state anymore. We're in for some tough times ahead. No, they always say that the pen is mightier than the sword. I won't let those guys outdo me. Chief, let me handle that story.
All right.
That's all we of Heiue can do for you, I'm afraid.
Oh man, this is that guy.
The guards have been given a little incentive to stay out of your way.
Like, I think the brown-haired dude's the main character of the Crossbell games, like fucking Larry or some shit.
You should face no more obstacles in your operation.
Thanks, Sal.
Think nothing of it. It's my pleasure to play all the cards I can. The place you're aiming for is where all the information in Crossbell gathers, as well as its Achilles heel. What you're doing does us no shortage of favors, I'll have you know.
Well, just this once? I'm happy to hear that.
Do take care, Yin. My apologies. Rishia. I've received information that quite a skilled warrior is in Crossbell at the moment.
As have I. Nonetheless, thank you for your warning.
Oh, not at all. I wouldn't want anything happening to a valuable future business partner. I believe that does it for me. I'll be praying for your success.
He's being awfully cooperative, isn't he? Then again, it's not a stretch to think he's only doing it because he's got something up his sleeve.
He's an incredibly shrewd man. Most likely, he's happy to do whatever will shine the most favorable light on him once Crossbell's occupation period is over.
True enough. He wouldn't want to screw up his chance to potentially play mediator between Crossbell and the Republic.
Oh, God.
I get the feeling he'd get along great with Lecter. He's our ally for now, but there's no guarantee how long that'll last.
Exactly. It's in our best interest to remain wary of him. Still, if working with him helps protect those I care about most, then I'll gladly do so.
Likewise.
Oh, Lloyd, I was off a little bit.
Tio said to aim for the area up ahead. Crossbell's future rests in our hands, so let's get moving.
Right.
For this chapter, you'll make your way through a dungeon controlling police detective Lloyd Bannings and Arkansas performer Rixia Mao. Oh! Oh, that... I'm pretty sure Rixia is the, She's the lady that, that like, the vice principal, like, was looking at photos of and getting horny about. I didn't expect you to beat the game, and then they say, all right, an extra chapter is here where you just play as these characters instead. She is very attractive. Well, here we are. Also, it took me a second to recognize. At first, I was worried that this was fucking Bryce Papenbrook being Lloyd, but I think it's Robbie Damon who did. Yeah, it is.
This'll only take a moment.
Right.
I was thinking they were kind of similar, and then my brain just went, yeah, he sounds a lot like Prompto in Final Fantasy 15. Let's see. Raging Spin draws in foes, then strikes them, impedes, suction type move. Line medium seal 50%. Gain immense power, but inflicts faint after 5 turns. What the fuck what is his weapons, like tonfas?
Here goes.
I guess.
They're off balance.
This is my chance.
You're done.
Right.
You know, when I went to do this video after we beat the final boss, was not expecting any of this.
Gotcha. Nice knowing you've got my back, Risha.
Bad team, are we?
130 as well.
Commencing subjugation.
Here goes.
So I guess I was perfectly on pace for the end of the game.
Allow me.
Hold on, let's see what your move is.
Behold my dance, an illusory offering to departing souls. Sleep, embraced by silver light. Bind! The battle's over, but we aren't safe yet.
She chopped off her own foot. Alright, guess we're going. Let's fucking go.
Commencing subjugation.
Right.
Yeah, show me a spin.
Take this. They're off balance.
This is my chance.
Show me this rising sun.
You're finished now. Rising sun.
Right. Huh. An opening.
Gotcha.
Allow me.
Yeah, I should probably mess with you.
Gotcha.
I was hoping to stop them in time. Guess you'll have to do it again.
Right. Now.
Gotcha.
She's getting low.
Around. Arcus, activate.
Not a chance.
Okay, it's
Let's
done.
keep moving.
Stop stabbing it like that.
That was some fight.
This sector has been abandoned for quite some time. It's not hard to imagine why so many powerful monsters settled in here. What amazes me more is just how much these Arcus orbments are capable of.
Yeah, they'll be a real asset to us in the future. They're so modern, they're practically still in testing over at the Empire.
I miss the variety of arts I could use before, but in terms of balance, they're much more suited for combat than our Enigma 2s.
Well, Erebonia's always had the upper hand on military technology, if nothing else. We should count ourselves lucky that Michel got his hands on them for us. On that note, we should also count ourselves lucky for being able to utilize them so well. I don't think we've had a single problem linking up.
I admit, it's a strange feeling. It's as if we knew everything there was to know about one another, through and through. Almost as if our bodies became one.
How, poetic. Sort of like how you perform with Elia on stage, right? That's like being one, in a sense.
Now that you mention it, you could put it that way, yes. At this point, however, I doubt I would even need one of these to match my movements to hers in battle. So this is what the Geofront's E sector looks like. This one supposedly had its existence hidden from the general public, didn't it?
That's what Ellie said anyway. It was kept sealed off to keep everything inside strictly confidential. Corrupt officials and Diet members used it to conceal any information they didn't want leaking out. She did add that it wasn't its only use, though. Just one of them.
I see. Not the kind of place we can just leave as it is, then.
Yeah. We need to make our way through here, whatever it takes. Ready to give it everything we've got?
Of course.
I'm gonna be honest. I think this is neat. My brain is slightly not into this though. Now, allow me to explain my process here. I was expecting the game to like end, and then it just went. That's it. That's Cold Steel 2. It's just a hard cut, and then it's like, all right, now you're just on a different chapter now.
Let's withdraw.
And
No, can't get away.
they haven't really done a good job of like lulling me into this part at all. It kind of just happened. Like, I know there were scenes, right?
This is a tight fit.
I'm understand that there's scenes like, now it's 3 months later. There's some battles. The Crossbell's been taken over. And now you're playing as these characters. And Rufus has been installed here. And yes, I understand all these scenes have occurred. But I'm kind of in this mode of like, It seems weird that it's all kind of like popped off in this way, you know? Like the transition still feels a little like schizophrenic. This is like the same recording session of me fighting the final boss. I don't know if you necessarily needed one of these sequences here or maybe make it selectable afterward. Because it kind of just feels like whiplash to just go, all right, I saved, continue, and then it does this. I don't think this is bad in any way. I mean, these are like unique areas. I'm playing as new characters, and you know, new to me. You know, I think all this is neat. It just feels a little clumsy, I guess. I don't know. I guess I was just expecting us to continue. If we were going to continue more of the game, it would be through the perspective of the characters I spent time with.
I won't lose.
Right. Come. An opening.
Though to be fair, let me be fair to it. I think if I was any Japanese player, which means I effectively played through these games in order, where I went through Trails in the Sky, then the Crossbell games, then Cold Steel, this would probably be the coolest shit ever. Because it effectively throws us directly with familiar characters, I guess. So yeah, it just takes it's a little bit of adjusting, you know? It's a little bit of adjusting, and it's something I was obviously not prepared for. I don't think it's like bad or anything. I was just like, fucking, wow, there's just still more game. Granted, I am a bit mentally exhausted because I was really putting my all into like those last fights, and I'm kind of like, oh god, there's still more game. Part of me is kind of like, you ended on top. I'm okay, I'm gonna be honest, I'm super fucking scared, okay? Your boy over here, genuinely fucking terrified that something a part of the next couple of sections until the game's actually done, I will be bad content, and then I'll want to die. There's part of me that's like that, but we're gonna stay optimistic, like a good person, and see what we can do here. This dungeon sucks. That is part of what's concerning me a little bit. The people that made the maps for this, like for Cold Steel, definitely did not intend for them to be composed of more than one floor. I can tell that from just looking at one map right here. How the fuck do I even get down? The game keeps talking about going down. Or at least something down there. I guess I have to operate a thing over there. Or do I operate? Oh, okay. Okay, it's this. That'll swing that down. Okay.
Oh, found a chest.
Oh god, it's not even progression.
I won't lose.
Allow me. Right.
Not
You fiend! Right. An opening!
Gotcha! My turn!
Prepare yourself. Shit! Now!
Gotcha!
Allow me.
My turn! You're off balance!
Yeah, keep it going. Oh yeah, I should be rushing them.
Come with me, Lloyd.
It occurred to me that I totally can't do the other thing. I can't do bursting with them.
Prepare your an opening.
Gotcha! Nudge!
Prepare an opening.
Gotcha!
This is surprisingly hard with half a party. It's not surprisingly hard, but this is hard since I don't have a full party. Grail Locket, that's important. Is Grail Locket the good thing? Or the bad thing? Yeah, it's the good thing. I was like, is it the one where it's like, no, that's Proxy Puppet in this, where it's like the one that fucking you avoid death with. That's the starting point. Alright, I clearly have to operate the machine over here. The machine over there shoots that thing up there. Okay. Alright, so I just need to get to that floor. And where am I? Oh, I'm there. Y'all have to forgive me. This map is super fucking overwhelming and I'm a bit tired. I was like, you know, I usually at the very end of a long session during a final stretch of a game, I put my all into it. And now I'm just like fucking done. I'm fucking wiped. But it's fine. We operated this lift, so now we can go across here. Alright, we're down here now. There's a chest if we squeeze through this.
A nice treasure chest.
I want the chest!
I won't lose. My turn. I'm still up for more.
I'm not.
Treasure chest.
7 dragons armor.
I'm just glad I'm going through first.
What's wrong?
Never mind. I can't tell her it's because of her outfit.
Ah, another block. I think it's only fair that I stop now. Bit of an awkward episode entirely due to how this was paced weirdly. But yeah, that's it. I'm done for now. Next episode we will continue. It'll be a new day, so I'll be a bit more refreshed. Sorry for the weird energy I brought into this, but fucking what is this? Why am I playing this part at all? I'll have to find out at the end where it'll be really brilliant. But for now, I'm just like, okay, this is a little weird, but you know. That's gonna do it. Next time we'll continue this and see where it goes. All right. Bye.